Good evening VC, Deano Vinyl Times, back with my second video. Just wanted to say, firstly, thanks for the great response for my intro, to everybody subscribed. I've gone up to like 39 subscribers already, so thanks for everybody that subscribed already, and thanks for all the comments. They've been really helpful and really encouraging, so thanks a lot. So what I thought tonight, I'd just make a video quickly of what I already have, or what I have on vinyl. I have to say though, at the moment I don't have anything, any vinyl, any equipment whatsoever to actually play these records, so I'm literally just collecting records, which is really annoying and frustrating, having this vinyl here, which you'll see in a minute, and not being able to play it. So purely because with the move back to the UK, like I mentioned in my last video, I just thought it would be better and easier to buy my setup when I get back to the UK. I can really go around those shops and just speak to people, so I know what I'm getting, and I'm going to get a good setup for what I need in my price range. So that will be coming hopefully in the future, in the near future, and obviously I'll do a video on that as and when we'll get my setup, and I'll do a music room video sort of thing like everybody else does, which have been really great as well. So what I'll start with is what I've collected, and they've mainly been from sort of like car boot sales here in Germany, or flow markets as they called it, just the same as a UK car boot sale, or a yard sale, whatever you want to call it, wherever you are in the world. Okay, so I'll start with my 7-inch singles. First one out the bag, Tears for Fears, Shout. German press on Mercury. I'm not a massive fan of Tears for Fears. It was one of the first 7-inch singles I picked up a couple of weeks back. I've always liked Shout, good track, and I'll probably look at getting some more Tears for Fears stuff as I dig through, but it's not sort of a priority of mine. But again, I don't know how, because obviously I don't have a record player. I don't know what the sound of these is like. They look all in pretty good nick. Nothing that a good clean wouldn't fix, I'm sure, but I don't know exactly how it sounds because I've got nothing to play on. That'll be the same for everything, obviously. Yeah, hopefully that'll be good sound. So first one. Second one, Blondie's Heart of Glass. Again, German press. There's a theme to this. On Chrysalis. She's looking pretty hot there. Not so much nowadays. I'm sorry if that offends anybody, but she's looking hot there. I was probably about, when was this released? It doesn't say, I'm sure it's going to tell me, but I was probably not even born when this came out, but she's still pretty hot. So yeah, bit of Blondie. Next, quality all-time classic of Dexys Midnight Runners and Come On Eileen. Again, German press on, what is this on? Mercury again. Looks in fairly good nick. The sleeve is in really good nick, and the vinyl looks okay. Cut out again, nothing a good clean won't fix. And I've got a few questions regarding cleaning, but purely because I want to make sure I'm doing it right. But I might do that in another thread or another video, and hopefully I can get some advice off that for some of the people who've been doing it all the time. I won't go back in the cover. Okay, the next one is Parma Violets. Let's say brand new. They're new band coming out of England, from London, and this is We Found Love, and it is my first coloured vinyl. I got it from a local record shop just down the road from me in a place called Bentime. The guy gave me dirt cheap, I think it was about €3, purely because it had a little dent in the top of the sleeve, which really didn't bother me. I was more interested in the white vinyl, to be honest, and it looks really cool. So not that, you know, I'm not that I fact that I dig different colour vinyls, but obviously it's something different to look at, and yeah, I've heard the track quite a lot, really like it. Looking forward to some more stuff that they're going to release, and hopefully it'll again be on vinyl, and I'll try and get the album when it comes out. Okay, so now on to LPs and 12 inches. So first one's first. Like I said previously, big fan of 60s mod music, beat music, British Invasion, whatever you want to call it. First one off, Manfred Mann. Now I think this is just a collection of Manfred Mann hits from this series called Attention. I don't think it's a record, well, it's not a record label, it's actually on Fontana. It says Fontana Special, if you can see that there. Yeah, I sort of, again, grew up with Manfred Mann. I've had a lot of their stuff on CD. Back of here, they've got some of the classic Manfred Mann stuff, Fox on the Run, Ha Ha Said a Clown, Mighty Quinn, Ragamuffin Man, Semi-Detached Suburban Mr. J's. I thought that was always Mr. Jones, or I might have just read it wrong or sung it wrong, but great song, great album. So, and at the back, down the bottom here, it shows what other ones they've done. Sorry, on this Attention sort of series, and the Shangri-Las, Nina Simone, Louis Armstrong, Chuck Berry, and Fats Domino. So, obviously, this Attention series covers a lot more artists than just this one. The vinyl on this comes in a sleeve. Just pull this out. I'm not going to do this for everyone because it'll take forever, and I'm sure you want to see it. But yeah, the vinyl looks pretty good. I've given it a sort of a dry cloth clean. I haven't really got down the sort of cleaning them properly or professionally how you want to do it, but I will try and get to do that once I know what I'm doing and not risk it ruining the labels. So, but yeah, that was good, and I picked that up really cheaply again from a car boot sale. I think it was like €2, which is where I would say I've got the majority of my records from. Just because money is, for every record collector, is tight. So yeah, talking the last one, the searches on this Attention series, again, Fontana Special. A bit of damage on the cover, but that didn't really bother me because it's my first Searches album. Not official, but first Searches album as far as anything I've owned. Again, it's on this Attention label, and if they do this for a few more other bands, I'm going to have to look out, because obviously, again, on the back of this one, they've got Attention by Black Sabbath, Attention to Pretty Things, Dave D. Vicky Making Titch, which interests me straight off, as you may remember from my last video. Bit of a family connection there, and it's advertised Louis Armstrong again. Tracks on this, some of the big stuff, of course. Sweets from My Sweet, Sweet Little Miss 16, Shaking All Over. So yeah, it's not, I wouldn't say it's some of their best stuff on there, but you'll know it. And there's a little biog on there as well. It says about each band, which is pretty cool. Yeah, and so yeah, that was that one. So I might look at, hopefully I have to start collecting these, but considering I only have 2 weeks left in Germany, and I think these are only available, well, I'm not saying they're only available in Germany, but to find them cheaply, I think I'll have to get out and see what more I can find on those. Next one is Donovan, Catch the Wind. Love a bit of Donovan. Universal Soldier is the one song that got me into Donovan. Just what a brilliant song, and I think I heard it first. When did I hear that first? On a collection CD, compilation CD, sorry, called Radio Saigon, literally about Vietnam music of the era. A lot of, obviously, it's a very politically charged song, so yeah, I kind of grew up listening to that, and I didn't really know a lot of other Donovan stuff. He's kind of like obviously our British version of Dylan, maybe, I don't know. That's my idea of him anyway. Great, and I've watched quite a few of his videos on YouTube. Obviously, I don't have much DVDs of his or anything like that, but and I really like his other stuff. So I'm really looking forward to listening to this Donovan one. I know he goes down pretty well on the VC as well, so I'm looking forward to catching this. And this one's actually on. Let me see what this is. This is on Hallmark. It's on stereo. I think it's a UK press. Yeah, Hallmark Records. Licensed by Pi Records, so I think it might have just been a subsidiary of that one. The sleeve's a little bit battered, but the vinyl's a really good mix, so yeah, looking forward to listening to that one. Next, Paul Simon's Graceland. Never been a massive Paul Simon fan on his own, but obviously I love Simon & Garfunkel, and there's some good songs on here. I got it cheap again. It was again sort of 2 or 3 years from car boot sale. It's got the song lyrics on the inner sleeve. Vinyl, I think, is pretty good. Yeah, on Warner Brothers stereo. So yeah, I just picked it up because I saw it. I think it's one of those albums you have to own if you're a serious collector. Not that I class myself as a serious collector just yet, but at least when I do become a serious collector, I'll have it in the collection. So yeah, What is it? Is it a German press? Well, it's saying France, but I've seen that a lot of times where I've gone, I've looked on the back of the cover, it says France, and then I go on to Discogs or one of the other sites I use, and put in the record, the cat number, and it says it's a German press. So maybe I don't know why they do that, but they do. And also it says UK numbers on there as well. I think it's a German press. Oh yeah, next one. Next one, Talk Talk, Such a Shame. This is a maxi single, as they call it, which I think is the 10-inch single of Such a Shame on A side, US mix, and on the B side it is It's My Life, US mix. Really like Talk Talk. I don't have a lot of their stuff. Even on CD, I've not had a lot of their stuff. I think I just got a best of. But I saw this, and it's the first 12-inch single I bought. What label are we on? We're on EMI. Looks pretty good. Can't wait to play that one. Can't really say much about it because I don't really know too much about it. If someone wants to fill me in with it, that'd be great. Cheers. Now the next LP, 12-inch single, one of my all-time favourite singles by this band, and probably by everybody else. I think it's one of the biggest selling singles of all time. Blue Monday by New Order. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I was well impressed to find this on Rough Trade, which it should be a factory. Obviously, New Order were on factory label, but for some reason this one is on. This one's on Rough Trade. So the A side, you've got Blue Monday, the 1988 release. Side 2, Beach Buggy. This is a German press. Don't think it's anything special. I don't think it's a promo or anything like that. Just what was released out there. Cover's a bit battered and dusty, but besides that, it's in pretty good nick. I think it just needs a good clean, to be honest. But yeah, I was really chuffed to get that, and that's probably one of the first tracks I'll play when I ever get my setup. Because I love New Order, I love Joy Division, and this was just a song that I didn't obviously. I wasn't around listening to music so much when this first came out, but obviously it's been re-released and re-released and re-released, and yeah, just absolutely love that. Probably one of my favourite dance songs. Next, it's a bit of Mozza, Viva Hate. Haven't really listened to too much of Morrissey's own stuff. Obviously, a massive fan of the Smiths and have most of their stuff on CD, but I haven't got a lot of his stuff. I purely picked this up because I haven't got any of his stuff, and I thought, well, might as well go for it. It was in really good nick as well, and it was really cheap. I mean, there's no sort of major scuffs or marks on it. The vinyl looks really good. It's on his Master's Voice. They've got the picture in his sleeve, all the lyrics on the back there. Again, I believe it's a German pressing. Yeah, so again, I won't say too much about each record because, to be honest, I don't know loads about each and every record. I bought most of the records I bought at the moment is purely I find something that kind of sparks an interest and I'll grab it just because purely it's cheap. And as I go on, I'll try and replace ones that are a bit battered, and I'll start to learn a bit more about them. That's what I've done. Because I haven't been able to play them, I've just been sat reading the insides of the covers and sort of just looking up on the internet about them and stuff like that. So I've been filling my time. It's just I can't listen to it. Well, what I've been doing is I have been listening to them, but I've been listening to like Spotify or something like that. So, but obviously it doesn't give the same sound back whatsoever. Okay. Oh, tonight, no beer tonight, school night, so we're on a good British cup of tea in my favourite Guinness cup. And it's huge, and my wife hates making tea for me because it takes up all the milk. But she's in bed, so it doesn't matter. So yeah, cup of tea tonight. Next, Best of Glenn Campbell. My old man is a big Glenn Campbell fan. My old man being my dad, that is, for people that don't know Cockney mining slang. Yeah, the Best of Glenn Campbell on Capitol. Again, German release. German release on Capitol on the front, and then also says EMI Electrola on the back. It has the original price label of, I think that was 15 Deutschmark, so that's going back a few years. And it's also on this profile series, so I expect it's a bit like the Attention ones, where there's a series of different artists. On the back, the only reason I know it's probably a German press, bar the cat number, because all in the back is all German, and I believe from my limited German, it's just about his history and what he's done over the years. But yeah, they've got, I mean, track listings on there. One of my all-time favourites by him, obviously everybody knows it, Wichita Linesman. Just what a voice on that song. Galveston's on there. If You Could Read My Mind, True Grit, the last time I saw her. So some really good tracks on that as well. And I'm hoping, same as all of the records, I'm just hoping they all play really well. If not, then I haven't spent a lot of money, so I'm not going to be too disappointed on some of these. So the next one, the obligatory Red Album by the Beatles on Gatefold. Actually, there's a little bit of a story between these two. This is the Gatefold on Apple. I'm not sure what pressing this is. I think it's an early press, but whether it's the original, I'm not 100% sure. I haven't checked this one out just yet. Again, it's on Apple, but it's printed in Germany, sorry, by EMI Electrola. So maybe I don't know, but yeah, it's a nice gatefold, nice picture on the inside. The vinyl's in pretty good nick, both of them. Looks really good. Yeah. Sorry, there. Vinyl there looks pretty good from what I've seen. Can't really see it too much too close, but yeah. Again, I can't really say too much on them because I haven't played them. And it's really frustrating. I was in actually a car boot sale on Sunday, and we went to the first one, me and my friend of mine, and my friend spotted them both, and he came to me and he said he didn't know too much about records, and he said, oh, there's some Beatles stuff around the corner there, but I didn't pick it up for you because they were just compilation ones, and I thought you wanted proper albums. I said, oh, I'll just go and have a look at it, and then when this turned up, I said, well, that's like one of the compilation albums you have to have. So, oh, okay, fair enough. I suppose you want the other one, so picked up the other one. But I didn't actually get it from the first car boot sale. I went to, I got it to the second one, because the first guy wanted €50 for each. And I was like, well, why do you want €50? Are they like first press, never played, still in the sealed? He went, no, they're just 60 years old. I was like, okay, that's not quite how it works, but so fortunately enough, he didn't get my money, and then I went to another car boot sale, and the guy wanted €8 for each of them, and I snapped his hand off because I think they're really worth just €8. They're in pretty good nick. There's a few dings on them, but yeah, I mean the covers and the vinyl look pretty good. So yeah, really looking forward to listening to those two. I mean, Beatles classic, obviously. So yeah, next one again, the Beatles. This is the first record, not the first record I've ever bought. The first record that I've bought since my new time of collecting. So this is the first one I bought, Revolver, and this is what I pretty damn near mint. I think it's the second issue, 1971, second release, 1971 on German label, on the Apple label, because I know it's obviously got the Parlophone, and there's another one, I can't remember what it is, but this is near enough mint. I like to keep it in its thing because it's pretty good, and it's my favourite Beatles album out of all of them. The only thing in it is a slight bit of ring wear, as you call it, but the rest of it is pretty damn near mint, and I'm really looking forward to playing that. And actually, the Donovan record I showed earlier, I got that Donovan record free because I got this for €16. And the guy certainly said, look, if you buy this, you can have any other record for free. So I picked up Donovan, which was a bit of a bargain. So I'm happy with both of them. Yeah, looking forward to playing that. So it's all of them. Enough said, really. Everybody's got it. Everybody loves it. Stevie Nicks is hot. End off. Right. Bit of an oddball. Clannad, the collection. Purely this just reminds me of my mum. She is a massive Clannad fan. So this was, as you can imagine, quite prevalent in our house. Not this particular album, but this Clannad as a whole. So I thought, if I'm going to pick it up, I might as well get a compilation, so that's what I did. We've got some great songs, the themes from Harry's Game, TV programme back in the 80s, and Robin Hood, the Hooded Man theme, which again was used for a British Robin Hood TV series in the 80s, which is great. But yeah, if you like your folky stuff, check them out, they're pretty cool. I might collect a few other bits and bobs of theirs, but I know my folks have, well, my mum's got a lot of vinyl of theirs, and my mum and dad have been very nice to me and said when I come home, I can look after their vinyl for them, so I will be doing that. So I don't want to go out and buy too much of Planar because I know Mum's got a lot of it. Next off, Marillion, Clutching at Straws. Again, I don't have a lot of Marillion stuff, but Marillion were the first ever band I went to see live, and I wasn't even a fan of theirs when I went to see them live. I randomly went with my bank manager to watch these in Kentish Town Forum in London back in '97, post Fish. Yeah, I don't think Fish was still with them then, but yeah, I went to the gig, really loved it, really sort of obviously got the bug for going to gigs from that. They only played one song that I knew, which was Kaylee, but since then I've listened to a lot of their stuff. I don't own a lot of their stuff, but I kind of know it, Incommunicado and stuff like that. Yeah, pretty good. I'm not a massive fan, but it's nice, and this was a really nice copy as well. It's very good. I actually picked this up from a record shop again, locally to me in Bentheim. €3 he wanted for it, for the nice picture sleeve, and everything is in really good nick, so I was sort of really chuffed with that. Just because purely it was cheap, and it reminds me of something. It's a bit of a nostalgia thing. I don't know if I'll play it a lot. If somebody's interested in it, then I might trade it down the line for something that interests me a little bit more. But yeah, it's kind of a nostalgia thing because it reminds me of my first ever gig. So really, next one. I'm really chuffed for this. Pleased to meet you. Oh, wish you were here. I can't remember that. I think you should hear. I'll tell you in a minute. But yeah, Pink Floyd. And this is actually a French import. This is on the Path label. I don't know quite how you say it, but this is in a really good nick. As far as the cover and in the sleeve and that goes. Yeah, the vinyl looks pretty good as well. Obviously, again, I can't say because I've not played it back, but it looks in a really good nick. And the guy said he was the only reason. I spent like €6 on it, and he said it was worth a lot more. But because I was a first-time customer and he wanted me to come back, he said I could have it for €5. So I've seen them go for a lot more, especially this French label. I don't know if you can see it in there. Where does it say? Oh well, it does say on there, anyway. And I know Rob Z was doing his French imports video the other day, and I was meant to do a video response, and I might do a video response back to him on a little bit more detail, but seeing as it's late and time's pressing, and I've got a few more records to go, I'll crack on. Next album, Mike Oldfield, Discovery. Just kind of got into Mike Oldfield. My dad obviously had Tubular Bells, which was huge, but here in Germany, for some reason, they love Mike Oldfield, and I listen to like these classic rock radio stations, and they're always playing To France, which I thought it was a new song. I thought because they play new stuff as well. I thought I really like that song. I'd have to check out who it was, and but I could never catch the artist. I always just heard this To France. So I went on YouTube and I checked it out, and yeah, it's Mike Oldfield, and it's from 1984. So I checked it out and found this, and this is in a really good nick as well. So I'm pretty chuffed for that one. And I will go through it, and I know he's got a lot of albums out, so I think that might be a good little collection of Mike Oldfield. Next one, a little bit special, this one, for me anyway, and it's the most expensive record I own to date, and it's the Kinks K album, and it's actually a Spanish import. I'm not sure what the year is on this, but yeah, I've looked on Discogs, and these go for some decent money. This is in good nick, bar the sleeve is starting to come away a little bit, so I might have to get it unglued. But this is a really nice cover. I've got a lot of Kinks stuff, as I've said in the last one. Kinks is a big influence on me, and their music. I just love all their stuff, and to see, I've never seen that album cover before ever, so it was the first one for me. Yeah, the record's in pretty good nick. Again, it says it's on the Pi label, and then underneath there it's the Spanish Zafiro label. On the back, yeah, Zafiro, distributed in Spain, all the good stuff on the back. But yeah, I paid €10 for this, so sorry, I paid more than €10 for this. I paid €24 for this, purely because I just never seen it before, and love collecting King stuff, so a bit more than I normally like to spend on records, especially second-hand ones, but you've got to do it when you see it, so yeah, just a bit of an exuberant spend for the first one, but hey. Next one, I bought at the same time, but this was a lot cheaper, Roxy Music's Avalon. Obviously always known about Roxy Music, but never really sort of absorbed their music before, till just recently. Obviously everybody knows more than this from this album. Bill Murray does a great version in, I can't believe the bloody film now. You'll know what film I mean, and somebody will tell me in the comments, I'm sure. That's really going to annoy me that I don't know what it is. It's late, but yeah, I'm really chuffed with that album. I'm looking to get a few more Roxy Music albums. I watched a documentary on it from BBC 4 on Roxy Music, and just what a band. Really experimental in the early days, and then kind of went a bit soft rock in the later days. So yeah, again, can't wait to play that. Next one, Will at Mod Central might be interested in this one. The Who's Last. Gatefold. A friend of mine, again, who I work with, we were at a car boot sale, and he said, "I'm just going to have a wander over here." 10 minutes later he come back, he said, "I've just got this for €1. €1, I was well chuffed. So, yeah, it's a really good nick. It's in really good nick. Apart from, the Germans have this weird habit of writing on their albums, which is kind of annoying. It's definitely not like a signature from any of the band. There's a few other records down there, they've just got random sort of writing on them. I don't know if it's one of a previous seller or something like that. But yeah, it's a really good nick. It's German on MCA. It's coloured sleeves on the inside, sorry, picture sleeves on the inside, which look pretty cool. Bit about obviously the track listings on that one. On the other one it shows a bit more about tour information, which I found quite interesting. Just dig that out a second. Yeah, so the other picture on the back there, it just says about the attendances they played to in the early 80s. So like JFK Stadium, Philadelphia, they played to 98,000. Los Angeles Coliseum, California, 97,000. And they were just saying how bigger audiences they used to sell out to. It just shows how big the band were, especially in the States. And I know there's a lot of people on the VC that love The Who as well. So yeah, I was really chuffed to get that one, and it's just a nice, good, thick, sort of chunky record. And again, it's not in too bad a nick. And for €1, I mean, I'd have paid a lot more. Put it that way. Paid a lot more for that, but yeah, €1 bargain. Right, okay, so coming towards a bit of Phil. Everybody loves a bit of Phil. Phil on Gatefold. This is Face Value. Nice bit of artwork in the front. I wasn't expecting that. I was just expecting a sort of bog standard sort of one-sided album. But this is an American release on Atlantic. Where we work, where I live, sorry, there's a lot of US Army bases, and that's actually where I work. And so we have a lot of US personnel around. So you do tend to find a lot of US records, like car boots and stuff, because of the Americans are selling them. So I've got a few. But this is in pretty bad nick. It's all split down the side and the rest. But again, it was really cheap. I think I paid like 50 cents for that, 50 euro cents. I found that one on the first stall I went to, and then straight away next I found No Jacket Required. Again, pretty beaten up. Again, I'm not a massive fan of Phil on his own. Genesis, yeah, of course, but not too much Phil. But kind of got to get it really. And the wife kind of knows some of the stuff, so she's happy with that. Not that she's a big fan of Phil either. Next, I don't know why, I like buying Nick Kershaw albums. I really liked his early stuff from when he was big in the 80s. I wasn't really listening to music, I wasn't really listening to him, especially early on, but I don't know, just like it. Radio Musicale on, what is this on? MCA again. This is the London, this is a UK press. Again, it has France in the top corner, but it is a UK press, I've checked it out. Yeah, good tracks, vinyls in good nick, can't really say too much about that. Again, a bit more Mr. Nick Kershaw with a sticker on this time, so I don't know if that's meant to be there. I think it's meant to be because it says includes Wouldn't It Be Good, which is one of the reasons I started listening to Nick Kershaw, because I really like that song. At a later date when I started listening to him, I was a bit older. So yeah, got a bit of that. Next, this is Eurythmics. Again, really like the artwork on this one, but somebody's ruined it by writing something ridiculous on it. I can't even say. Polly Yonder Zolly, whatever that's meant to be. But yeah, this is Revenge, German press, on RCA. This is pretty beat up as well, so I'll be looking, because I really like the artwork on that. I think that's pretty cool. The two of them on there. So I really want to get a good copy of that, because it's got like old sticker marks and stuff. So hopefully that can be, I can find a good copy of that and hopefully play. And last but not least, and these are in no particular order, by the way, Elvis Costello and the Attractions, Get Happy. I picked this up from a friend at work who actually just dropped it off to me, and he said, do you want it? I was like, okay, I don't really follow a lot of Elvis Costello stuff, but I'm not going to turn down free records, especially at this early stage of collecting. So I got it. It's a US release on Columbia. Like I said, I don't know a lot of Elvis's stuff. This Elvis, I should say, Costello. But yeah, looks good. I'll give it a spin. Bit of wear on the outside of the cover there, but I've got his protector now. So, and that's it. So really, I'm just gathering a little bit of pace with my collection. I've got a few things on order. There's a few things I want to buy. I'm looking forward to getting back to the UK purely because I kind of know what I'm looking for in the shops there. Germany's been really good to find sort of like the German presses, obviously, but it's sometimes quite hard to get across what you're looking to get from, especially when you're car boots and stuff like that, and you're trying to ask them what kind of quality it's in. And my German is okay, but it's not up to par with some others. So I'm looking forward to getting back to the UK just purely so I can speak to people and get across what I want and what I'm looking for, which would be good. That's about it, really. Hope it's not dragged on for too long. Oh, 30 minutes, bloody hell. Okay, I'll try and keep them a bit shorter next time. Yeah, so thanks very much. Thanks for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. I've started subscribing to loads of people because, like I said in the last one, even if it's not my type of music, I just still enjoy watching people's collections and seeing what people have got. So hope you enjoyed that, and I'll do a few more videos in the coming weeks. Thanks very much. Cheers. Bye.